Well, yeah, I knew it would happen again, folks. Another fire along the railroad tracks, disrupting service for the main line. And this time, the fire happened at this place, DPR Scrap Metal on Hopper Street, which is right next to the tracks in Westbury. Now, there's several places that there are junkyards in Westbury. You have this one here, and then you have another one over here too as well. So I didn't know which one it was. This is Jamaica Ash. This is why I had to get out of Westbury, because there's literally nothing but garbage. But anyway, there was a fire this morning, and it disrupted right here, disrupted Long Island Railroad service along the main line, caused a big mess. Again, why do we have junkyards along active railroad tracks along the main line? Why? You know, the Babylon branch doesn't have any junkyards, but I guess it's okay if we have junkyards, right? So here's some pictures as to what was going on there. And you'll see here, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, and they had to shut down the service. So, yeah, this was what was going on. And anyway, let's get to the impact on the Long Island Railroad, because it wasn't pretty. As you can imagine, because of safety concerns, service had to be completely shut down on the main line. And here you go, temporary service in Hicksville on the Port Jefferson Ronkonkoma branches due to fire department activity near Westbury. The Oyster branch is not affected, so the Oyster Bay branch was not affected. At least Mineola had some service, though I can imagine. Huge crowds trying to cram onto those Oyster Bay trains. Maybe they should have tried to run some extras out of East Williston. I don't know. Your announcements on the platform at Carl Place are low, and no one can hear your updates. Signs are inconsistent. 7:01 a.m. Service was restored with residual service. So they did wind up restoring service. So it was probably only suspended for about maybe an hour or so, or maybe less, averaging 20 to 30 minute delays. 6:38 from Maryland went from 2 minutes late to 4 minutes late to canceled on sign with no announcement. So still didn't get the Jamaica line from the Oyster Bay line yet. So 6:30 a.m. from Oyster Bay to Jamaica. We are late. Oyster Bay trains hit the main line. They will be delayed. Yeah. And can we get the 6:25 to make a regular to get us to work on time? The 6:25 was canceled, though. You'll see. 6 a.m. Whoops. The 6 a.m. from Farmingdale due in Penn at 6:50 a.m. is operating 20 minutes late. The 5:42 a.m. from Ronkonkoma due in Penn 22 minutes late. 5:29 a.m. from Ronkonkoma due in Penn 38 minutes late. 5:46 train from Huntington due in Penn at 6:41 a.m. operating 34 minutes late. And then the service was restored between Hicksville. Customers suspect some residual delays, averaging 20 to 30 minutes. 5:47 from Penn due in Huntington, operating 26 minutes late. And that connects up with a Port Jefferson train. And you'll see what happened with that if they have it here. 6:07 a.m. from Penn due Farmingdale at 7 a.m., 12 minutes late. 6:15 a.m. from Huntington due in Penn at 7:17 a.m., 13 minutes late after being delayed at Syosset due to earlier fire department activity near Westbury. So yeah, they did wind up canceling the 6:25 train due to that fire, and customers will be accommodated by the 5:42 a.m. train from Ronkonkoma due at Penn at 6:58, making all combined stops. So they did add stops to that train, which is good. They didn't, because this train here was probably crowded. Well, probably everything was crowded. 6 a.m. from Farmingdale due at Penn is now operating 45 minutes late due to earlier fire department activity. 7:04 a.m. from Long Beach due in Penn is canceled today due to equipment trouble. Customers will be accommodated by the 7:23 a.m. Long Beach due in Penn at 8:22. Let's see what if it was an M3. Let's see if anyone says an M3. Was it an M3? Probably was an M3. All right, 5:44 a.m. from Port Jefferson due in Penn, operating 20 minutes late. 6:24 a.m. from Ronkonkoma due in Penn, operating 25 minutes late. 6:57 from Farmingdale due in Penn at 7:48 a.m., operating 20 minutes late. And the 7:07 a.m. from Huntington to Port Jefferson is now operating 23 minutes late after accommodating a westbound train in single-track territory. Long Island Railroad is experiencing residual delays, operating 10 to 20 minutes on the Port Jefferson and Ronkonkoma branches due to the fire department activity near Westbury. Here we go with a Babylon. I knew somebody would chime in from the Babylon branch and complain. Of course, these freaking snobs. Long Island Railroad is operating on a close schedule following earlier suspension of service. Conductor tells everyone on the 742 train 742 a.m. from Garden City to walk track 1 for service to Penn. Aw, man. Ah, jeez. I'm just crawling toward Penn. The Jamaica line to Penn couldn't wait 3 minutes to connect to passengers in an empty train. Ugh. I don't know, this is ridiculous. So a bad day on the trains today. 810 was canceled too. I also got it in my email. It didn't pop up, but the folks on the train that was to arrive in Huntington at 6:57 to connect up with the 707 Port Jeff were accommodated by buses because that train was so late. 7:39 a.m. from Penn due to Ronkonkoma 10 minutes late. It's at 8:52 from Jamaica due to Patchogue operating 26 minutes late due to earlier fire department activity. Oh, I guess that goes down the main line. Or maybe that equipment comes from the Oyster Bay branch and then goes back out east again. It's filling. And these are just tweets about extra trains for the weekend. And then we have a vehicle striping along Long Island Railroad Bridge east of Bridgehampton. Late arriving equipment. So yeah, everything got messed up. Due to that, it's filling again at the Shinnecock Hill Station. And then the Long Island Railroad asks all customers to leave oversized luggage at home, stow all items under seats. This is an issue. I'm glad the Long Island Railroad's talking about it, but you know, they need to really start charging for oversized luggage. But yeah, back to this fire. So getting back to the fire here, this is another picture from Chopper 2 of that fire. It looks like at this time that it was mostly out, but you could see the tracks right next to this junkyard here. And this is the problem. This is the problem that we had that junkyard fire back by Hillside, also on the main line, just where the Babylon branch goes and rises and escapes from the main line. Just after that point, that's when that one happened in Jamaica. But this here, these junkyards don't belong along the tracks. You know, why is it that there's so many along the main line, a vital transportation corridor? These things are fires waiting to happen. I think they should be shut down, or there should be some type of wall put up here to you know, make sure that if there is a fire, that it doesn't interfere with the train operation. Something needs to be done because we can't have this. You know, it's not fair that these junkyards are all along the middle of the island, the main line, and the Babylon branch doesn't have any. We all know why that is. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just reporting on what happened today on the Long Island Railroad. So we'll see. News 12 probably won't talk about it much later. You know what they'll be talking about. So anyway, I'll have another update for you later on tonight about the Long Island Railroad. That's it for this one.